If you're planning a major renovation or custom home, you've probably heard all kinds of advice. Start with an architect, get a designer first, bring the builder in when you're ready to break ground. The reality, most homeowners don't fully understand what each professional truly does or how they should interact throughout the life of the project. And that confusion is one of the biggest reasons projects slip over budget, over schedule, and over sanity. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through simply and clearly the distinct roles the architect, the designer, and the builder in the correct order they typically enter the process, how each one contributes their expertise, and why the strongest projects are built with all three working together smoothly. I'm Daniel, owner of Glenaden Homes here in Toronto. After 23 years of high-end residential construction, I've seen the best collaborations and I've seen the painful disconnects. My goal is to help you avoid these. 1. The architect. Vision, space, and structure. Most projects begin with an architect, and for good reason. Architects shape the overall vision of the home, inside and out. They create the first formal layouts, the exterior massing, and the elevations clients often get most excited about. For many homeowners, those exterior drawings feel like the resume of the future house. But the architect's role goes far beyond aesthetics. Let's talk about what architects do. They develop initial spatial layout and circulation. They create exterior elevations and massing that reflect your style. They solve complex geometry, site constraints, and zoning challenges. They coordinate with engineers and surveyors. They produce the construction drawings required for permit. They ensure code compliance and technical accuracy, and stamp and submit all drawings needed for city approval. Architects are trained to think holistically, how the home fits on the site, how light enters, how structural lines carry loads, and how the space will stand for decades. This is why it matters. You can't build or even apply for a permit without a technical foundation. A beautiful idea must be proven buildable, safe, and code compliant. And that's exactly where architects excel. This is where most clients feel the project becomes real, but it's also where the next key expert steps in, the designer. How you live inside your home. Once the architect has established the structure, the footprint, the overall intent of the home, the designer enters the picture. And this is where many homeowners underestimate the value. Designers translate your daily habits into the details and shape of real life. They take the architect's plans and refine them from the inside out. Here's what designers actually do. They analyze your lifestyle, cooking routines, storage needs, your morning flow. Review the architect's layouts and suggest small interior tweaks. Create interior elevations, the detailed drawings of walls, millwork, cabinetry, tile patterns, and built-ins. They help select materials, fixtures, hardware, lighting, and finishes. They develop cohesive palettes and mood boards, and they provide design intent documentation for budgeting and construction. This stage is critical because even the strongest architectural plan can benefit from subtle adjustments that dramatically improve usability. Here's why it matters. A home can look stunning on paper, but if the cabinet doors collide, outlets are missing, and the lighting plan doesn't match how you live, the home never feels right. Designers ensure that the interiors function as beautifully as they look. On a personal note, we recently renovated a Toronto home where the architect created a clean, efficient layout, but the designer noticed the back entry area was underused. They reimagined that zone and gained 4 feet in the kitchen without moving a single structured wall. That is the designer's gift, elevating how you live inside an architect's framework. Now let's look at the final piece of the team, the one that brings everything to life. Number 3, the builder. Cost, constructability, and craftsmanship. The builder turns drawings into reality, but a good builder's value starts long before the first shovel hits the ground. Here's what the builders do. They provide early, realistic cost feedback based on the architectural and design intent. Flag constructability issues before drawings are final. Build pre-construction budgets and schedules. Manage trades, materials, and sequencing. Oversee structural work, mechanical systems, and finishing. Track costs, change orders, orders and quality control, and they deliver the home exactly as it was envisioned by the architect and the designer. Builders understand how drawings translate into real-world conditions: site access, structural loads, material lead times, weather, trade availability, and budget limits. Here's why it matters. Even the best architectural and designer ideas can fall apart if they're not priced or executed properly. That's why I always recommend bringing in your builder early in the conversation, not after the drawings are finished. We once reviewed an architect's specified steel canopy for a Rosedale project. Gorgeous, but $45,000 over budget. We re-engineered it in wood with the same visual sort of impact and saved the clients huge costs, which is what they appreciated. That's the value of builder involvement during the design, not after. Number 4, when all three work together, the ideal process. Most homeowners make the same mistake. They hire an architect or designer on their own, complete the drawings, and then send them to builders for quotes. The problem? The builder had no input. The design wasn't priced along the way, and now every quote comes in 20 to 30% higher than expected. A better way is to form the team early. Architect leads the spatial planning, exterior aesthetics, and technical foundations. Designer refines how you live within the architect's framework, and the builder ensures the cost and constructability stay aligned with your goals. This creates a triangle of collaboration where each expert supports rather than corrects the others. On a recent Kingsway build, we worked with the unified team from day one. Architect, designer, and builder all weighed in throughout the process. Every layout, finish, and mechanical route was vetted together. The result? No budget shock, no major change orders, and the clients moved in on schedule. A perfect project. The cost of misalignment. Most budget overruns don't start during construction. They start months earlier, when design decisions are made without cost or feasibility awareness. A designer pushes for a look, the architect draws it beautifully, and the builder is the first one to say, unfortunately, that's not in the budget. That dynamic is stressful for homeowners and unfair to the professionals. Integrated early collaboration prevents that. When the builder, architect, and designer communicate from the beginning, you gain fewer surprises, faster approvals, more value engineering opportunities, smoother construction, and a final home that matches both your vision and your budget. Okay, let's recap. Architects create the structural, spatial, and exterior vision that makes it legal and buildable. Designers refine the interior experience, elevations, materials, and the way you truly live in the home. And of course, builders bring it all to life, balancing cost, sequencing, and quality and execution. 3 roles, 1 project. When they work together early, your home turns out better in every measurable way. Thanks for watching, and have a great build.